On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. They'll run it now out of the gun.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. And he'll be brought down at the 30.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Ready? Took the outlaw.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
22 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Roberts got it. And the play goes nowhere. A quick throw here out to Brown. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here. Still a couple. Now Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room here to run. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Man open. That's Jaleel Scott. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Let's go, fellas.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Double dog. That's the way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he'll go down just shy of the 20.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Hey, tight.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. In a tie. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And to give this time to the tailback. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. 4th down, here's Jackson. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Right back to him on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Nigga, I got the Saints. Okay. Michael Thomas. Yeah, and Michael Thomas.
Quarterbacks running wild. Hey, it's the coach. This is week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we might have the two most dynamic young running QBs in the league today. This should be a good one. Rookie Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime. But now, time to send it up to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. This is a game where the defenses, they...
Hey, Scully, I'm gonna hop off real quick. I'm gonna go play games with Alpha. But I'll be on tomorrow night. Yeah.
Y'all playing what, Warzone?
Yeah. I think we have us, me, Alpha, Myron, and Ina.
Oh, yeah. Okay, y'all go ahead.
Alright, bro.
But make sure you play your game, though.
Yeah, I know. Alright, bye. Alright, later, Ace.
Alright, later, bro.
Yo, send that fool Ina invite.